Hi, my name is Victor Achitanaklo, here to bring you the latest news in the world of sports. Today, it happens to be news that will excite you because as we speak, the Black Stars of Ghana have consolidated their lead in Morocco, where they are leading Madagascar by 3-0. The Stars took the lead through Deputy Captain Thomas Partey, who headed home across from Jordan Ayew, who's captain for tonight, and then doubled the lead shortly after restart before the man who's not scored for the Black Stars in nearly a year ended his goal drought. I'm talking here about Mohammed Kudus. With me to make sense of the performance we've seen tonight is my colleague on the Joy Sports Desk, Lawrence Baidu. Lawrence, we've seen a very different Black Stars performance from the one that we last saw. Just as ruthless, but a very different approach.
Yeah, I think going into the game, many of us were thinking about the cautious side of this game because we are going on the road and knowing who Madagascar have been in the last few years, it's been very troubling. But then kudos to the team. The first half performance wasn't too convincing, but they've come out blazing throughout in the early stages of the second half, which I feel is much better. You look at the fact that we're unable to progress the ball better in the first half, and they come back from the recess. I mean, stringing one or two passes together, making sense of the attacking threats, and then moving into the final third of the pitch quite often, as we didn't see in the first half. So it's been good performance so far in the second half. I wouldn't want to talk too much about the first half because it was unconvincing.
Well, but one of the big decisions Otuado made tonight was deciding to continue or to persist with Benjamin Asare, who was under his debut on Thursday, becoming the first Hearts-of-a goalkeeper to start for the national team in 20 years, and also the oldest Hearts-of-a player to make his debut for the Black Stars of Ghana. He's retained him in the team. How has he fared so far?
I mean, so far it's been like a holiday, just like it was at the Accra Sports Stadium. He's been shielded by his defense, not to take away the qualities that he's had, but then I thought the brilliance of the defense means that he's not been tested so much. You look at the work that Mohamed Salisu has put in, Jerome Opoku coming down the back three, and then Jiku has been solid as always. So there's not been so much pressure on Benjamin Asare, and even if there has, the midfield two of Abu Francis and Thomas Partey have been able to break down the attacking threats of the Madagascar side. So he's been on a holiday basically, and then the team is basically scoring goals and then making him feel at home as he should be.
You mentioned that the team is scoring goals. We've had 3 of them, 8 in the last game and a half, if you add that performance against Chad. But if there was a game where you expected the big boys to step up, surely it had to be an away game. Mali had just dropped points. Central African Republic also dropped points. There's had to be it. And Jordan Ayew, Thomas Partey, Mohammed Kudus, they've responded in style.
Well, they've come to the party. I personally would want to mention the connection between Thomas Partey and then Jordan Ayew because both of Partey's goals, both headers have come from a Jordan Ayew cross. One in the first half, one in the second half. So it's good omen for the team, good omen for the big boys who have been asked to take responsibility of leadership in the team. And then they've responded quite well against a tricky side, a side that have troubled the Black Stars. Not so much, but then they've posed threats in certain occasions because out of the last 3 games that they played, the Black Stars have won 2, and then Madagascar not won 18. But then the 0-0 against the Black Stars some time ago was quite a dangerous one. Yeah. This would mean that the Black Stars have beaten Madagascar in back-to-back games, putting them on good track to qualify for the World Cup.
We'll talk about the outlook of the group in a moment, because earlier we did indicate that a win against Madagascar could take us 5 points clear of them, and then 6 clear of Mali, who had drawn earlier with the Central African Republic. But on the theme of the big performances or the big players stepping up, one player that I'm personally happy for is Mohammed Kudus. He's had a very difficult period since AFCON 2023. I remember against Niger, he even missed a penalty. And the desperation with which he plays is unmistakable. Is one that you simply cannot miss. But tonight, he got in on the act.
I thought his goal was coming from even the game at the Accra Sports Stadium. Had 1 or 2 chances that he probably on a normal day should be scoring, but then the keeper made good saves.
Yeah.
In the first half of the game against Madagascar, played his good game, but then he was lost because he was trying so many things which weren't working for him. The second half, I think he's been spoken to. He's had that psychological edge, and then he's he's putting himself in spaces that you would want Mohammed Kudus to be, putting 1 or 2 passes together and find himself in an open space where he's been able to score Ghana's third. So it's convincing performances for him. It's one that will lift his morale, because looking at the start of the season through to now, he has not been himself. It's not been the Mohammed Kudus that we saw at West Ham last season, or for the Black Stars at the AFCON, which we had to exit in the group stage. But then this goal hopefully, surely lifts the mood heading into club football once again. Now,
that group is beginning to look very, very kind to the Black Stars of Ghana, thanks to the consecutive wins, but also thanks in no small part to Mali's inconsistencies and the Central African Republic's resilience against them earlier today. We now are on the cusp of qualification. If the Black Stars can get 2 more wins, USA, Mexico, here we come.
I mean, if you're speaking to most of the players, they will tell you that there's the need to keep a cool mind. I spoke with Antoine Semenyo over the weekend before the game against Madagascar, and he maintains that every player would want to play at the World Cup. If you get that opportunity, when you see the opportunity in your own hands, you don't want to blow it apart. And I thought it is one of the things that they are doing in this game. One of the things that has come to the party tonight has been the fact that they are keeping a cool head. They are not trying so many new things. They are playing it as simple as they would want to get the results, move on to the next assignment, which is in September. So kudos to them, kudos to the players, kudos to the technical team. It's been little shake-ups in the technical team, little shake-ups in the team, the playing body in terms of leadership. And here we are almost grabbing that ticket to USA, Canada.
Lawrence is saying a lot of kudos, as if the game is already won. But yeah, the Black Stars are on the cusp of victory. They lead by 3-0 with a little over 20 minutes of time remaining on the clock in Morocco against Madagascar. So this is the standings in Group I at the moment. If the result stays this way, Ghana will finish the night on top and pull further away from the rest of the chasing pack. 15 points at the summit. Madagascar in second place with 10 points. Mali in third place with 9 points, followed closely by Comoros, who have played a game fewer, but are also on 9 points. Then you've got the Central African Republic, who last weekend drew in that game. They are in, earlier today, I beg your pardon, drew with Mali. They are second from bottom with 5 points. And then, of course, Chad are the whipping boys in that group with no points at all. So tomorrow, the 2 teams will meet. That is Comoros and then Chad. Lawrence, it appears Otuado has turned the corner finally. Just what does this result, and of course the one on Thursday against Chad, what does it do to his credit in the bank?
I mean, confidence. That's the very topmost thing you want to mention. It got to a point, it was as if he was losing the funds. He lost the funds. It was as if he was losing the GFA people. A few things had to step in. A few names, high authorities had to step in. He kept his job. He promised to turn around the corner. I feel the team is playing for him. It's the technical advisor who was coming, Shafa, is also playing a role. You want to talk about the fact that they've also brought in a psychologist who is helping the boys, I mean, keep a cool head. Otuado would want to go to bed feeling that he is beginning to get the backing of Ghanaians once again, get the backing of the players once again, and get the backing of the GFA. Because you look at those celebrations from some of the executives from the GFA, you feel that, yes, confidence is coming back again. But then there's still a lot of work to be done. You expect that they will build on these wins, and then hopefully they maintain this form going forward.
That's all from the Sports Desk tonight. Joy Prime News continues.